Hi guys, it's Pushpancy and welcome back to my channel. So today I just thought let's share all of my favorite books with you. You know, I am one of those people जिनको पढ़ना बहुत पसंद, because I don't know why. I think I am not someone who is very expressive in terms of their emotions. So books के through या gestures के through I prefer expressing more things. In my opinion, I think reading books and writing stuff is a great way of expressing yourself. And I think books are your best friend. In my opinion, I think कोई इंसान आपके साथ रहे ना रहे, books are going to be there for you. You know, whenever you feel low or you feel lonely, I think उस टाइम के लिए एक स्पेसिफिक बुक होती ही है. अगर इफ़ यू स्टार्ट एक्सप्लोरिंग व्हाट काइंड ऑफ जॉनर यू लाइक, आई थिंक एनीबडी कैन एन्जॉय रीडिंग. सो आई जस्ट वांटेड टू शेयर all of the books that I've personally read and loved, and these are some of those books which are very easy read. If you have never ever read any book previously, I think ये books बहुत easy read होने वाली हैं आपके लिए. And I'm going to show you a little different genres of book and you can decide the one that you like. The first book that has to be the part of this series, and this is one of my favorite books, is The Secret. Oh my god, I do not have proper words to explain what this book is. You know, if you are somebody who believes in the power of manifestation, you should read this book. If you are somebody who do not know what power of manifestation is, then you should read this book. If you are somebody who do not believe in power of manifestation, then also you should read this book, because this book will tell you how powerful this universe is exactly. You know, reading this book will make you understand that everything and anything in this world is possible. It's just that you need to believe in it. If you really want to chase something in your life, or not, chase is not maybe the right word for it, but if you really want to achieve something in your life and you really want it from the bottom of your heart, you need to believe in it. You just need to give it out into universe, and one day or the other you will get it. And apart from everything, I think it's one of very easy reads also. You can just finish this book in a day or two maximum. So if you really want to start with something that's magical yet real, The Secret is the book for you. You should read. I think every person on this planet should read The Secret. It's that good. If you are one of those people who follow all these Instagram pages of one-liners or quotes, I think The Sun and Her Flowers, this book is just perfect for you, because this book is very short. This might be like 250 pages long, but each page has just this much stuff. It's just so Rupi has written this book so beautifully. She tries to explain the pain of brown women through her words. She explained a lot of personal stuff in this book, and yet it's very deep, very motivating, and very beautifully written. So if you like these small one-liners kind of stuff, this book is really nice for you. Good vibes, good life. So if you are somebody who want to seek therapy, who thinks who need help at the same time, it's not really affordable, I think this book is a therapy in itself. This book will teach you the art of self-love is so important. This book will make you accept yourself, your flaws, and yet make you believe that you're perfect. We as a people cannot make each and every person out there happy. You know, whatever we are going to do, whatever gives us happiness might be something that is just not for other people, and they will judge you for it. But at the same time, if you start loving yourself that much, I don't think what other people think will bother you anyway. I think most of our problems arises when we are not ready to accept ourselves. We have constantly doubting our abilities, we are constantly doubting ourselves, self-doubt, self-hatred. These are very common things that every person goes through. And once you start accepting yourself, once you decide that this is who I am, I can work on it, but I have to accept that this is my personality and I have to accept it. This is who I am, I have to accept it. Once you start loving yourself, Once you start believing in yourself, I think most of our problems just cut off. How you react to a situation is totally on you. How other people perceive it, it's on them. It's a very popular saying that you cannot change the world, and that's true. You can change yourself. You can accept yourself. You can accept your reality. And I'm not saying that you should not work on the things that you think are possible to work on. That's fine. But at the same time, you should accept yourself as well. In the situation of difficulty, you are the only person who is going to be there for you. Nobody else. My friend used to repeat this quote constantly, that you are the hero of your own story. And that's very true. And this is exactly what this book will teach you. That you are the hero of your own story. You are the lead character of your own story. You should make your own reality, and you should be happy about yourself. You should not doubt yourself, and people who does that to you, try to avoid them, try to cut them off your life. So I'm saying so many things about this book because I genuinely love this book, and I found this book through some Instagram reel. I just bought it for no reason. I think if you really are somebody who are not into reading books and just want to read something, trust me, if you think you are really perfect, read this book. It's going to help you in some way or the other. It's such a nice book. Right now I feel like a salesman who is just showing you all the books, but trust me, I love books. It's very similar with humans. जब भी आप किसी के साथ रो रहे हो या किसी के साथ हंस रहे हो, तो आपका उनके साथ एक कनेक्शन बन जाता है. वेरी मच सिमिलर विद बुक्स ऑल्सो. जब भी आप कोई बुक पढ़ते हुए हंसते हो या फिर रोते हो, आपका उन बुक्स के साथ भी उतना ही अच्छा कनेक्शन बन जाता है. एंड दैट्स वाई माई बुक्स आर वेरी प्रेशियस टू मी. If you're somebody who really likes to mix reality with a little bit of fiction, I think these two books are really good. Khalid Hosseini has done such a nice work by writing these books, because I cried like anything when I read these books. These books, according to me, were very overhyped previously. I thought what could be so magical about these books? I read some really good reviews and I thought I'll give it a try. And when I read, I was crying the whole time. And you tell me, if you are just crying with one person, sharing all those emotions and listening to them, you will feel connected, right? And similarly, that happened to me with these books. These books will make you cry for all those characters, all those people in this book. But at the same time, it will make you feel very blessed, very fortunate enough to be living this life. So these books are actually about, firstly I'll talk about the Kite Runner. This book is about father and son relationship, how it developed and what challenges they faced. This book is written as a part of 1975 in Afghanistan, what situations were there, how people were dealing with it, invasion of Russia, and you will get to know a lot about how people were just struggling to survive. It's just a very heart-touching book, and if you want to read something like that, you should read this. These are some of very limited books that are there that you should read before you die. I'll be a little biased. I liked this book, The Thousand Splendid Suns, a little more than The Kite Runner, because if I would have read this book first, I would have loved it so much. But I read this book first, and when I read this, it moved me to some level I cannot even explain. I was crying the whole time I was reading this book. It was just so heart-wrenching, so emotionally traumatizing to read the life of all those women living in Afghanistan and the situation they were living in, and the Taliban attack and everything. There was no right for any woman out there. And if you want to read one of these, I'll suggest you read this, because speechless. If you are somebody who is lacking all the motivation in this life and you really want to do something with it, you really want to achieve great heights but you do not know what's the procedure for it, or if you just need some motivation to start doing all those things, so I think this book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill is a perfect read. The practical approach of manifestation is this book. If you have read The Secret and if you still haven't figured out exactly what you should do, I think Think and Grow Rich is the book for you. This book is divided into multiple parts where each part is explained so beautifully. For example, persistence, your desire to become rich, imagination, decision making, power planning, persistence, everything and anything you need in your life to have or make a decision to become rich. This book also talks about your subconscious mind, your power of your imagination, your sixth sense. It plays such an important role when you're making a decision. We all have this extra sense in us, that our gut feeling, we can just simply call it like a gut feeling, like this is right or this is wrong. We should follow that, but how and why and when and every question you have in your mind, this book can answer that for you. It's that great. If all the genres that I've talked about yet is not your cup of tea, I think a good thriller book might do something for you. If you like watching movies, you might have watched or seen this movie that's already made on this book, but I'll suggest you read this book. In my opinion, and I believe most of you will agree with me, I don't think that there is any movie that can do a good justice to the book written. Book have so much of the other insights that is very important for a reader to know. So I'll always suggest you, before watching a movie, always read the book, because after that, trust me, you're not going to like the movie at all. If you are somebody who have already seen Gone Girl, it's a nice movie, I'm not gonna lie, I've watched it, but there are so many important details in the movie that were missing. And if you really like thriller in general, this book is a great option for you. It will always keep you on edge, like, oh my god, what's happening right now, or oh my god, what's gonna happen next. It's such a nice book. You cannot put this book down. That's the thing. This book is around like 456 pages, but I think if you started reading this and if you have read till 50 pages, you won't be able to stop reading this book. It's so addictive. So if you want to read something that's interesting at the same time, if you are really new at reading, I think you can start by reading these kind of books. They will, push you or motivate you to read more, because these books won't let you put them down. By the time I was in 12th standard, I did not used to like reading books or something, because also you are very busy in your life. As soon as those holidays comes in between, when your school life is getting over and your college life is about to begin, you have a few months of break in between. So at that point of time, I started reading all these online love stories, which I really enjoyed. So I thought, like, this is something I find really interesting. So what I did was I purchased a book. The book is The Fault in Our Stars. It's a very beautiful love story and a little bit heartbreaking as well. I won't tell you why, because you should read this book. So I started reading this book, and this was the first book that I ever read in my life, and it made me cry so much. The second half of the book is very emotional and so many things happened, and this particular book made me just fall in love with reading. If you really like love stories and all these cute and romantic stories, it's a very nice read. It's a very beautiful book. Talking about fiction and motivation at the same time, I think The Alchemist is the perfect example of it. This book is a very small story. If you are a new reader, you will be able to finish this book in like 2 to 3 days maximum. And if you are somebody who has been like reading continuously, in a day max you can finish this book. It's a book that will tell you that dreams are meant to be followed. I think a lot of books that I've talked about today are just related to each other, because each book is telling you that you just have to believe in the process. You just have to believe in things. You just have to believe in yourself, and things will fall into places for you. You must have seen these movies. You read books in your childhood like Aladdin or Cinderella, or all these books of like princess and magic and dreams. This book is inspired from that genre, but at the same time makes a lot of sense. So the last but not the least book that I'm going to talk about today is Who Will Cry When You Die. This book actually have, few habits, like 101 habits and 101 ways of twist your life to the best. There was a very nice line written in Sanskrit that is the inspiration for this book. The line is that when you are born, the entire world is so happy and you are crying. But when you die, entire world is crying, but you will rejoice. So this book just motivates you to live your life to the fullest. Money is important, but at the same time, your mental peace, your happiness is very important as well. For example, like when you wake up, the first 30 minutes of your day are so important. Actually, those 30 minutes decide exactly how your day is going to be. This book just talks about a little bit of changes that you should make in your life, and it's a very nice read, and it's a very nice and highly recommended read. So that's it. These are all the books that I really enjoyed reading, and I thought if you are somebody who is not into reading, or if you are just a new reader, I think you can read one of these books and you will really like it. I tried giving you a lot of genres, and you can just decide and choose whatever works for you. And if you have ever read any of these books, or if you are going to purchase any of these books, leave a comment in the comment section and let me know about it. So that's it for this video. I hope you really liked it, and if you did, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Please share this video with your friends, and if somebody who you think is about to start reading, please share this video with them so that they can just have a little bit of knowledge of what book they should start reading with. Also, I'm really active on Instagram. Please follow me there as well. I've left a link in the description box. So I'll meet you next week. Bye.